Hello and welcome back. We're ready for the last match of the quarterfinals of Pro Tour Amsterdam. There's the handshake. Osamu Fujita currently leads Kamiel Cornelissen 2-1. The Japanese player continuing the Japanese assault on the top 8. That country has sent through one of its own into the top 8 each of the last 5 individual Pro Tours. Meanwhile, on the other side of the board, Kamiel Cornelissen is the one Dutch player getting through in his home country to the top 8. It's been a while for him. He put up a pair of second-place finishes a couple seasons ago. Been solid since then, but has not gotten back to the Sunday stage. So, interesting game. Who do you think has the advantage with these decks, Marco? What do the decks look like?
Well, it's pretty interesting. Kamiel has a blue, red, green deck with only spotting like 3 greens, 3 red spells, a Spike Shot Goblin, a Goblin Replic, which he can use, and a Pirate Spellbomb.
Okay.
His green spells are the Archers we saw on the Deconstruct. There's only 2 green cards, as we saw in the draft. Fujita, on the other hand, has a blue-black deck, which is like heavy artifacts.
So he's an affinity deck.
Yeah, like very, very affinity-like.
A pair of Silver Mirrors, pretty good start for an affinity deck.
Cornelissen 19, Fujita 20.
It seemed like during the draft, Kamiel never really got locked into color, so he wound up with just a hodgepodge of like brown cards and a couple of this and a couple of that.
Kamiel's deck doesn't look that good, in fact.
Yeah.
It's like very random assortment of cards.
Okay.
Interesting fact is that with Domineer, he has is almost a control magic. There's like only 3 creatures total he cannot control.
Narok Spy comes down for Kamiel, so there's an unblockable creature. Pretty good turn 3. You get a good look at him. He's one of the better players in Magic. A lot of people have a lot of respect for him. He's very slow, very deliberate, but you never really see Kamiel making mistakes. He always manages to find ways to win games. So if anybody can win with that deck, it might be Kamiel.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he got the famous season where he was labeled Finkel Slayer or whatnot.
Finkel Slayer, that's right.
Yeah, it was an awesome season.
It was. Yeah, he beat Finkel. He beat Finkel in the top 8. He beat the next Pro Tour. He also beat Finkel in the top 8. Got second place at both of those Pro Tours. I guess he lost to
Kai once.
Stilnick once and Kai once.
Yeah, like back-to-back top 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there's Samba Hovercard.
With 2 lands in play. Wow.
That's what the Affinity deck does. You don't need a lot of lands. You just play those artifacts, and all of a sudden you get a 3-power flyer, even though you only have 2 lands in play.
Cornelissen 19, Fujita 18.
Goblin Replic.
Down with Goblin Replic.
But no red mana, so just a 2/2 for 3.
Got the Spell Bomb, can buy him a little time. You can bounce the hover card. But
How many you have?
We'll see what else Fujita can come up with. He's only got 2 lands, and all his mana is blue.
Fujita.
Oh, there's the Swamp. Kamiel kind of cocked his head, saw the Swamp. He's like, that can't be good for me. Hover guard.
Cornelissen 16, Fujita 18.
What do you think of Vegeta's deck? Is it good?
Or
is it just better than Kamiel's?
It looks fine. He has like a Crystal Shard and a Skeleton Shard in a blue-black Affinity deck.
Yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
I liked it when he drafted it. He did take one pick that was pretty controversial. He took a Rustspore Ram. There's a null on Wizard Replica, so Kamiel trying to slow down the beats. Fujita took that Rustspore Ram over a Bone Splitter late in the draft.
Yeah, and over a Terror too, though.
Yeah, there was a Terror and a Bone Splitter, and he took Rustspore Ram.
Wow, that's interesting.
I was surprised. That Bone Splitter wound up helping Ruel's deck tremendously.
Interesting. I mean, Kamiel has only 2 pieces of equipment.
Right.
On the other hand, one of them is Imperial Plate, like something you want to handle.
It was probably the Imperial Plate. Kamiel got that Imperial Plate very early, so I'm sure Fujita was thinking about it the whole draft.
Yeah.
It's another example of somebody drafting to beat their opponent. Yeah, I guess Fujita, that Imperial Plate made a real impression on him at the beginning of the draft, so he didn't have an answer for it. I don't know, do you think that's the right pick?
Well, maybe it's not that bad.
I mean, it's...
And like Crystal Shard and Rustspore Ram is a good interaction.
Sure.
Like, you can get rid of everything.
So Cornelissen sends his guys in, the Spy and the Goblin Replica. Fujita puts that Frogmite.
Yeah, the Frogmite.
16, Fujita 16.
Replica. Turns out he trades it for Spell Bomb. Perfectly reasonable. 16 apiece, and
Goblin War Wagon.
Goblin War Wagon comes down. That Somber Hover Guard is just coming over every turn, taking chunks out of Cornelissen's life.
Yeah, well, the Neuer spy does the same. Only.
3 power versus 2.
Yeah.
Fujita sporting the competitor shirt.
Oh, why not?
Cornelissen 13, Fujita 16.
It's pretty unusual to wear that at the Pro Tour now.
Right. It's usually a sign of a new player. Right?
Yeah.
The new players are the ones who are happy to see here. They're like, hey, look at my cool t-shirt.
Well, I remember like 4 years back, everybody has a t-shirt on.
Right.
It's a Pro Tour. And they became uncool.
Fujita's certainly not a new player. He's been one of the better Japanese players for years and years.
He's gone forever.
The 20th century boy.
So, what was that? Terror on the Neuer spot.
Bye-bye Neurok spot. Certainly helps Fujita in this race. He's still got that war wagon coming over again.
Fujita got 3 cards left. And since he missed the third land drop, should be spells.
True.
Yeah, there comes some stuff. What is that?
The Fabricate?
Oh!
Interesting. What's he got?
What's he get? Well, you can get the Crystal Shard, the Mask of Memory,
Oh, Mask of Memory seems
the
important.
Skeleton Shard, a Lone Stone Mirror, a Mirror Enforcer. That seems to be all regional picks.
I think I would go Mask of Memory.
Yeah.
Seems like that'll go dig for everything else.
And it's cheap. Only 3 mana.
Right. Put it on the Hover Guard. He knows he's got a flyer. I mean, I guess that means if his Hover Guard gets killed, the Mask is worse. But
Yeah.
he goes for Crystal Shard. I'm not sure. He doesn't get the surprise value. Crystal Shard usually on the first turn it manages to be an unsung.
Yeah, exactly.
But now Kamiel knows it's coming, so he'll be able to play
Well,
around
it depends a lot on his hand.
It does also, it defends
Yeah.
his creatures too, in
Well,
addition to threatening Kamiel.
I mean, his Hover Guard wants to attack each round now. So 13 goes.
Well, once the War Wagon comes over, it'll be 13 apiece, yeah. Do you like that Crystal Shard?
I would take him on the Mask too.
You would have gone with the Mask?
Yeah.
The Mask sounds good. And maybe it's in his hand.
Well, yeah.
If it's in his hand, then he's in tremendous.
No, you could have played it. No, it's not
Yeah,
in his hand.
you're right.
You could have played an equipment instead of fabricated.
Better not be.
Warwagon is such an interesting creature. I mean, it's 3/3 for 4 mana and an artifact, but like the drawback is really big.
Cornelissen 13,
Like 2
Fujita
mana is a lot on
13.
this stage of the game.
Especially facing off against a Crystal Shard.
Yeah.
Cornelissen has to be very careful not to tap all his mana.
Spike shot.
Oh, Spike Shot Goblin. Audience members looking on, listening to our commentary. Watching from the rail up around our feature match area. I really like the way the feature match area evolves with the rail around it.
Oh yeah, it's excellent now.
Our production guys do a really good job with this.
Cornelissen 10, Fujita 13.
Hover Guard crunches over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Mirror Enforcer.
And the Crystal Shard is still in the hand.
Yep. That's the other thing. If he got the Mask, it would also help power up the Mirror Enforcer.
Yeah.
I guess the Crystal Shard does too, but it's a lot harder to... Well, they're both... I don't know. Kamiel pays to untap his War Wagon.
Oh, it can trade against the Mirror Enforcer.
Right.
With the help
of the Spike Shot again. Kamiel should clearly attack, right?
Yeah.
I think Fujita should block.
Think so?
Well, let's see. If he waits, then he can play Crystal Shard. He takes 3 here.
Well, next round he could swing with both. Crystal Shard.
It seems like he's got to be a little worried about tempo. That Hover Guard is his route to victory. He just needs to not take too much ground damage.
Yeah.
How many weights does Cornelissen have to make the Spike Shot Goblin bigger?
A Dragon Blast? The Imperial plate. And that's it. Oh, Imperial plate off the spike shot goblin. That's huge.
Reminding you what's going on in the other matches. Nico Herzog defeated Farid Marengi 3-1. He'll be playing against the other French player in the top 8, Olivier Ruel, in the semifinals. Ruel took down Mike Turian 3-1. Anton Janssen got the sweep over the one rookie in this top 8, A.O. Paquette. So Janssen sits in the semis awaiting the winner of this match, which Fujita currently leads 2-1.
Yeah, this game, the record.
No cards left in Kamiel's hand.
Wow.
Everything on the board. That's what he's got. He's got the spike shot. He decides to leave his War Wagon on defense, which is an interesting decision. I'm not sure I like that because it gives Fujita time to play this Crystal Shard. So now he can attack with the Mirror Enforcer, and he's got the Crystal Shard backup. I'm not sure how I feel about that pick. I think I would have attacked.
Yeah.
And if Kamiel attacks, then he puts Fujita to a tough decision. Does he block and trade, or does he take damage?
Well, now he has a problem. Like, if he takes both, the Hover got his lethal next round.
Right. Yeah, I think...
Yeah.
Maybe Kamiel realized that he had to block. Maybe from Kamiel's point of view, if he attacks with the War Wagon and Fujita just takes it, well, that Mirror Enforcer's coming over, smashing. Yeah, it's okay. Kamiel figured out that he had to block. That's why he chose not to attack. It's not a great block, though, with Crystal Shard backup.
Yeah.
It's really good for Fujita. Yeah. Kamiel finishes off the Mirror Enforcer.
Wow.
Oh, the scale! Scale of Chiscoria. Wow.
Fujita
That's
13.
gigantic. Now he gets to keep the Crystal Shard, still defending stuff. Kamiel's down to 7.
And the replica doesn't kill the Mirror Enforcer now.
What an awesome scale. So are you a tooth or a scale person?
I'm a scale person.
A scale person.
Yeah.
Scale is good there. The best line I heard on that, Mike Turian, this is in the sideboard coverage, there's an article on tooth or scale. Mike Turian said the thing about scale people is, he's a tooth person, right? The beatdown aggro player, right? He said, the thing about scale people is they'll just never be good at Magic. Very, very sort of interesting debate. Passion's fired up. I think I'm a scale person. I was always a scale. I thought the scale. Alright. Spike Shot picks up a mirror. Tries to pick off a mirror, but Fujita saves it with this Crystal Shard.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
I
don't know how important that mirror is if it's worth tapping the Crystal Shard for.
I don't do
now
that.
He opens up a window where Kamiel could, in theory, kill one of the meaningful creatures.
You just said, just play Mountain, for example.
Right. Well, we do know that the only card Kamiel has is whatever he drew off the top of his deck. So.
Yeah.
It's not super risky, but yeah, if he drew a Mountain, all of a sudden Replica takes on Mirror Enforcer. It seems like I'm with you. I think I would have let the Mirror die.
Yeah, it doesn't seem fun to me at this stage of the game.
But they got away with it. Kamiel's got nothing. He played a Mountain and said go? Wow. I guess he has to block and shoot? That doesn't...
What do you play before combat?
Interesting.
Oh, just so you know.
So Fujita replayed the Mirror, then attacks.
Yeah.
Replica blocks. And okay, he wanted to block and kill the Crystal Shard.
Cornelissen 4, Fujita
3 down
13.
to 4, and he's finally gotten that Crystal Shard off the table. The Crystal Shard worked out there. You know?
Yeah, was fine.
I guess maybe Mask probably would have been
on the other
too.
end, the Master Memory would have been fine too.
Raven Familiar?
On the
Mask of
Master
Memory.
Memory.
Wow. That was a pretty good Raven. Sorry, not Raven. Neuron. Whatever it was good. Kamiel's got Chromatic Sphere. Cycle the card, and... anything? Nope. Sends the hand. Osamu Fujita defeats Kamiel Cornelissen. The Dutch player's been eliminated from this, and Fujita advances to the semifinals, where he'll take on Anton Janssen. So we're going to take a lunch break at this point, so the players are going to break. We're going to go have lunch. We'll be back in probably an hour and a half, so it's been fun. A lot of good Magic played in this quarterfinals. I've enjoyed bringing them to you. On behalf of me, Randy Buehler, and Marco Bloom, we will see you after we take our lunch break with the semifinals.